In this video, traders, I want to talk about identifying your trading blind spot. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so where's your blind spot? Where are you not quite as good as you could be with your trading? Is there somewhere that you think, you know what, I could really do more there? And if I did do more there, that would have a knock-on impact on this, and this, and this, and the odd 1% better per day, per week, whatever it may be, just improves your trading massively over the space of 6 months and a year. So have a think about where your blind spot may be. Is it in your planning? So is your trading plan not quite right? Are you kind of shooting from the hip a bit? Are you reacting to trades? Is that causing you to draw down your equity curve to not quite be as good as it wanted to be? You know, are you planning at all? Do you have a trading plan? How are you planning the trade you're taking? What about the business that you're doing, your trading business, all this stuff, and the cold, calm, relaxed plan? The efficacy of that, is that good? What about the research? The research into the ideas. So maybe that's a stock idea, maybe that's a currency pair idea, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. What about the setup itself, the technical aspects of the setup? Maybe trading a bull flag. Have you got multiple other examples of that bull flag that you've seen, and you've seen the parameters and the variables and the conditions and the triggers and the filters that have caused that to carry on and continue and do what you want it to do as a trader? Have you got that research? Have you done that? Have you done the due diligence on this type of stuff? What about preparation? You know, some of us are a bit sloppy with our prep. Pre-market routines, pre-trade routines, post-market routines, all this stuff that keeps us focused and aligned and centered on the job in hand. It's too easy to come sit at the desk, sit back in your chair, coffee in one hand, bring up your charts and go, oh, click. You know, you prepare preparation. Where are we in the current conditions? Zoom out, higher time frame, pre-market high, pre-market low, all this type of stuff. But maybe that's not relevant to the way you trade, but it's that preparation of just understanding the environment you're in. Things have changed massively since the last time you came to the market. You've gone away from the screen, done something else, come back expecting the conditions to be the same, the levels to be the same, this, that, the other. No, it's important to do that pre-market prep and prepare, just like you would do for anything that's serious and requires a lot of effort. Execution. Maybe your blind spot is executing. Maybe pulling the trigger too early. Maybe a bit nervous on pulling the trigger. What is it? Is there some aspect that is just not allowing you to get the entry you want? Do you end up FOMOing into trades? Are you not seeing that entry, the trigger entry on the candle? Are you not seeing that candlestick pattern? What is it? And so this is the type of stuff where you go, hey, you know what? I can improve that. I need to make sure that I'm doing this when I see this. What about your management of the trade? Are you meddling with the trade? Are you over trading? Or are you adding to the trade? Are you cutting a trade too soon? Are you adding too much size to the trade? You know, just the general trade management stuff. And then the review process. So what's your review process like? Are you actually reviewing your trades? Are you journaling your trades? So these are some of the things that might be a blind spot for you, right? And so the idea is that you identify which one of these is your weakest. And it's normally, you know what it is. You go, you know what, I could do better at this. And maybe you grade yourself out of 10. Maybe you go, you know what, my planning is pretty poor. I'll give myself 4 out of 10. My research for each trade is pretty good. I'm giving myself a 9 for that. You know, preparation, okay, yeah, give myself a 9. Execution, you know what, I'm just bad at pulling the trigger on this. Trade management on this, I give myself 2 on that. And review, yeah, not too bad. I give myself an 8 out of 10. So you mark yourself out of 10. And you go, okay, where do I need to apply the pressure first? All right, it's going to be the execution and management. That's a real operational type thing. Okay, so then you go, right, how do I do that? And what you're doing is you're stripping out the stuff that's, okay, it's important because next we're going to go to the planning, fine, but you're kind of working on this thing and going, all right, well, am I poor execution because I don't plan? Because some of these have a knock-on effect to each other. You go, okay, well, actually, I'm not executing because I don't really believe that I've got the right trade. I don't really know what I'm trying to do. Half the time missing stuff. And so it's a red herring that. And you go, actually, this is the focus point. I need to get better at planning the trade. And so that you strip out all of this and you go, right, how do I get better at planning the trade? How do I create the trading plan? How do I plan the idea itself? How do I do this and do that? And then put that and push that up to a 7 or an 8. And go, okay, that's good, that's better. It can still be improved, but at least I've done the majority. I've done the 80-20 rule of getting the good movement and good impact that's going to have positive impact on my trading. All right, now let me go. Now I've got a plan of action. Now I go to my execution and my management. How can I adjust these? What do I need to do? And so this is A process of improvement, guys, is identifying that blind spot you've got where you're weak, where you could do better, and stripping it all out and saying, okay, that's the most important thing. Let me work on that relentlessly. Let me move it from a 2 to a 5 to a 7. And then I move to the next thing until these are all like 7 or 8 plus. And then you've got a nice scenario where, okay, I don't really have a blind spot. And that might not immediately impact your P&L, but it's going to make you feel a hell of a lot more confident in your trades. It's going to make you feel a lot more like a professional trader. You don't have that niggling thing of, oh, I don't really do much preparation. You're going to feel like everything you're doing is right. And so that eventually, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days time, starts to show up in your performance. And you go, okay, where do I need to adjust now? Where do I need to adjust? And so it's this constant review and reflection and laser focusing on the one thing, trying to get that to a 7 or 8 out of 10, move to the next thing, trying to get that up, recognize that something's going to dip over time because we're human, bring that back up, keep that standard, that high watermark, and make sure all those candlesticks, if you like, or out of 10s are all just above the level you want. Because at least if that's the case, you know that you're doing everything you possibly can to get the results that you want to get. Take care, guys. See you next one. Keep your risk managed. Bye-bye.